Hello, Taurus. I'm really excited about this set of readings. I did Aries' reading this morning, and I'm so into this idea, this theme of kind of like your own fairy tale, that I just had to do your reading as well on the same day. So it is going to be posted tomorrow, hopefully, kind of about the same time as I used to post. I am still juggling homeschooling and trying to do this and other things, so still trying to get in a bit of a rhythm in place that works for everybody. So yeah, trying to record the night before, seeing how that goes. Taurus, as I moved into your energy, I felt this kind of like renewed enthusiasm, like maybe winter's been quite difficult for you, it's been very boring, it's been very slow moving, you've been quite frustrated, and almost this feeling of like feeling a little bit hopeless, like forlorn, like not hopeless but fed up and kind of a bit down in the dumps about everything. I feel like you've this energy pickup now. It's either you're just going to have this or you're having it now, where it's like all of a sudden the sun comes out, you just suddenly feel really re-energized, like really enthusiastic about something, or like something, there's a piece of news, something's changed, or there's just something that's changed in your energy where it's like suddenly seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm sorry if you can hear my children giggling. Well, I'm not sorry, my children are giggling, it's nice, but you may be able to just hear a bit of noise in the background there. So yeah, sort of a renewed enthusiasm for some kind of project, some kind of work you do, some kind of relationship, and kind of really wanting to kind of throw yourself into things. I'm suddenly feeling very, very organised as well. It's kind of like, I've got this energy, I've got this, I'm on it, I'm Taurus, I can do this. There may be stumbling blocks, but I feel like that enthusiasm is going to carry you through. And Taurus, do you know what? If anyone can do it, it's you. Now, as I kind of tuned into your energy, just to kind of pull the Hierophant card forward, which is one of your cards, I was really drawn to his little slippers poking out there. So there could be something to do with slippers. We're talking fairy tale, so maybe glass slippers, right? Yeah, but I just really noticed his little slippers. Wizard of Oz as well, maybe. The little red slippers, click your heels together 3 times. So could be something there for somebody. I was also really drawn to these keys at his feet, and how, if you see me really close there, these kind of little crosses on his robe almost look like 2 keyholes. So there's something in the middle there, but it's the one at the top and then one at the bottom that particularly look like keyholes to me. So it could be that you're moving house, exchanging keys. You could be between properties. I'm also noticing the 2 men, so there could be something to do with the number 2, having 2 options, 2 paths, 2 choices, 2 things to unlock. What else do I have? Oh, he also kind of looks a bit like he's checking the direction of the wind. It's like, when people lick the fingers and put the fingers in the air to check the direction of the wind. That makes no sense to me at all. I don't know why people do that, but that's kind of what he looks like he's doing. So to me, that means you're kind of almost like testing the waters, checking if it's the right time to do something. What else do I have? As I was crossing the road earlier, I was going to the supermarket and I was crossing a very busy road. And very strangely, especially for that time of the day when people are kind of travelling to, from work, picking up the kids, this kind of thing, sort of evening time, this very busy road, just all of a sudden the road that I needed to cross went absolutely quiet. I could see like far up the road, there was traffic lights at one end that had stopped the traffic, and I looked the other way and there was just nothing. So it's almost like uh, obstacles perhaps being removed for you. Sorry, I've just got a notification. Obstacles being removed from your path, suddenly having 2 options available to you. Do you go back towards the past, back down the road you've already travelled, or do you go forwards towards unknown possibilities? It felt like this. So what else do we have? I got a kick in my stomach as I was tuning into your energies. A kick in my stomach. So it felt like I'm not pregnant. I'm definitely not pregnant enough to feel a kick, but that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like when a baby kicks the inside of your stomach. So somebody could be pregnant. There could be something there for somebody. I don't want you to panic there. Maybe you're planning on having a baby. What else did I get? I got a pain in my right arm about here. So really quite oh, I can feel it again. So like, yeah, either somebody's grabbed you here, or I kind of asked what that pain was, and they said arthritis, Arthur. So it could be arthritis for somebody. Again, take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. If you had maybe somebody grabbed you there, so it could be different things for different people, but a pain in the right arm. So for somebody it could be arthritis, but they made a joke, so I feel like this is specific for maybe one person. So maybe you know somebody called Arthur, and it's like Arthur writes, maybe he writes for his job, maybe he draws up contracts or something, and the joke was arthritis. So Arthur has arthritis because he writes, arthritis. So I don't know if that's a joke that somebody makes. What else? The song that first played for you, immediately after I wrote down arthritis and had this writer thing, the song that played for you was Blurred Lines by Thicke. Now, that is a very controversial song, so, anyone with a sensitive disposition may not want to go and listen to that song. It's very, very controversial. It's very disrespectful, actually, men towards women. It is a song that literally talks about blurred lines, misunderstandings in communication, in regards to sexual relationships. So very controversial song. So there could be something there for somebody. But immediately what I got, because I'd just written down arthritis, right? Blurred lines, if somebody has pain in the hands, carpal tunnel syndrome, anything like that, arthritis obviously, it could cause them to have difficulty writing. So it could literally be their writing is difficult to read. So again, somebody could have names like Thicke, T.I., Pharrell Williams. Some of those names could pop out to you. But yeah, communication, problems with communication is the main thing that's coming through, especially in writing. So he says, if you can't hear what I'm trying to say, if you can't read from the same page. So I feel like there could be somebody with difficulty communication with. Do you see how that came out then? There's no such thing as coincidence in a reading. Anything that happens is part of the reading. And as I'm trying to say, somebody who has difficulty communicating, my words came out all jumbled up. So there's something to that. Maybe I'm going out of my mind. Let me liberate you, you don't need no papers. So for somebody that could be dealing with a bit of a King Lear type, I feel, somebody who's got a bit older, they're having trouble communicating because of different reasons, they're getting quite frustrated with it, maybe getting a bit grumpy. It's like, well, why can't you read it? It's almost like maybe doctor's writing. Let me liberate you, you don't need no papers. Now, the Hierophant card can talk about kind of the establishment, things like government. If you are planning on travelling, especially with things like Brexit, with COVID, there's a lot of different travel restrictions in place. So there could be something where you're wanting to move, you're wanting to travel, possibly move house, move location, possibly for work, I'm getting. You could possibly need to get some papers, or it may not be as difficult as you actually think when you look into it. So, but make sure you check and double check with that Blurred Line song coming through. So lots of different things for lots of different people. The Kiss card came out of this deck as I was listening to that song. As that song was wrapping up, I was thinking, haha, that's funny, because he says, you're a good girl, you're a good girl. And the song that I was listening to as I got home from going to the shop was Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Now, it's a funny song. She's kind of role-playing. She's not really a bad guy, but she's kind of playing the bad guy. That's kind of the backstory to that song. Yeah, and I remember thinking, no, I'm a good girl, or something like this as I was listening to that song. And then Blurred Lines came on by Thicke. It's very strange. And I kind of got from bad guy and good girl, it's almost like good cop, bad cop. So I don't know if somebody's role playing, or maybe they are dealing with somebody or dealing with some kind of institution and they're doing some kind of bad guy, good guy routine. It could be somebody who's quite changeable, like you don't know what you're going to get from this person from one day to the next. So again, doesn't have to be male, it could be just somebody that you're dealing with. Again, as I was kind of thinking, haha, that's funny, he's saying good girl, and I was listening to Bad Guy, the next song that played for you, Taurus, was Don't Call Me Angel by Ariana Grande, Miley, Cyrus, and Lana Del Rey. Don't Call Me Angel. So, you ain't got me right. So, there's something here to do with... What I'm getting is like... playing roles. The Hierophant card is about society, what society expects of you, tradition, traditional values, this kind of thing. So there's somebody I feel who plays along with traditional values. They present a very good image, but actually they're probably not a very nice person underneath. And I feel like you've got the flip of that. I feel like you've got somebody who kind of likes to play the bad guy, you know, likes to act a bit nefarious, but actually they've got a heart of gold underneath. I don't know why I said heart of gold there. I wasn't planning that. It was literally put into my mouth as I was speaking. So somebody, yeah, it's there's more than going on than what's on surface level. There's blurred lines. It's confusing. What's that noise? Oh, it's my hair. It's my hair on the paper. Can you hear that? That's a really strange noise, but I don't know. Maybe that noise is. I don't know what I thought it was, but it could be something rustling around you right now. There could be something in your environment that's making a kind of rustling or like a grains of sand noise, possibly. Right, okay. So yeah, what stood out to me from that song, I didn't really listen to it much, so do go away and listen to all the songs. They'll all be in the description box down below for you if you're interested. I was thinking how Lana Del Rey doesn't fit. I was looking at the three of them on the little image that came up on Spotify, and I was thinking Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus, they seem quite young to me. They seem quite almost like Disney type people. I think Ariana Grande was a Disney person. Were they both from Disney? But I think Lana Del Rey kind of came through more independently. I'm not quite sure. I'm not the best at kind of music industry stuff, but it just struck me that Lana Del Rey didn't fit. She was like the odd one out. So maybe you're dealing with three different people. You know, Disney is an institution. I'm just thinking now of like how Disney actresses and actors, they often, very similar to Miley Cyrus, they have this squeaky clean image, and then they go on to a different part of their career where they become quite explicit. You know, Ariana Grande is very sexualized. You know, I like all these artists. I'm not saying anything bad about any of them. I'm just thinking of these contrasts. And Miley Cyrus, again, she was swung around on that cannonball, right? Lana Del Rey, she's got this same kind of angel devil vibe thing going on. She does a lot of her work, kind of explores the darker side of Hollywood, especially kind of vintage Hollywood. So again, there's something going on there with like the institution, the surface, people who run things, and something to do with miscommunication or misrepresentation in terms of sexuality. Okay, interesting lead into your reading. I'm going to find my tablet because I don't actually have it handy. Oh yes, I do. It's here. Yay. Love when that happens. Don't you love when you need to look for something and it actually is just right under your nose and you see it? Normally what happens with me is something's right under my nose. I feel like this is relevant as well. Something's right under your nose, Taurus. Like something is glaringly obvious and you're just kind of missing it. I'm just pulling up Spotify. It's 4:44 on the time right now. I'll just see if I can kind of show you, peek that corner there. So, yeah, so 16 is 4:44. Look out for repeating fours. Could be very, very relevant to you right now. Okay, can I get a song on camera for Taurus, please? Please don't give me an advert. Advert. Okay, there we go. Advert skipped. So Sleeper, I love this album. I had this album when I was a teenager and I listened to it so many times. Really love this song as well. It's probably one of my favorites. But she's talking about not being able to sleep. The It Girl as well. The It Girl. I feel like it's like one girl, right? It's, you know, talking about the It Girl, and there's 5 girls on here. There was 3 girls on that Charlie's Angels song. It's like one person stands out from the crowd for you, or you stand out from the crowd for somebody else. Right, sorry, Sleeper and Shrink Wrapped. So the song actually talks about not being able to sleep. It's like your partner falls asleep, you can't sleep, you've got all these fractured thoughts, you get up and watch the news, kind of roam the house a little bit. So something about not being able to sleep, but obviously the word sleeper can indicate some kind of medication to help you sleep, you know, or something else. So I feel like somebody could be taking something to help them sleep there. I'm sorry about the lighting change as well. The sun went down, so I was hoping to have the natural light for the reading, but I wasn't quick enough. Yeah, so somebody could be taking a bit of Nitol, you know, trying to get a good night's sleep, having a lot of thoughts in the head, kind of getting a bit overwhelmed, but also kind of almost like driving themselves crazy. It's like I use the term crazy loosely there. Obviously, I'm not qualified to determine mental health issues, and I don't want to kind of put a big variety of mental health issues under one umbrella. That's disrespectful. I don't mean to do that. But it's like when you don't get enough sleep, you do get fractured thoughts. It can be very, very difficult. She talks about what is it? Real life disappears. So a struggle to differentiate between real life and fantasy or messy thoughts. Somebody else did have a reading very similar to this, but I don't think it was Taurus in the last set of readings. Excuse me, so sorry. I wonder who that was. But yeah, there could be something definitely here with blurred lines, blurred memories, trying to write a diary, trying to keep a record of stuff to remind yourself of things, possibly. Okay. I love that song though, like really nice song. I'll try to make some noise to wake you up. Right, okay, let's see. Like wanting company, I guess. So, Taurus, who are you in your very own fairy tale? Like, tell me about Taurus. Who's Taurus in their very own fairy tale? The fairy tale of their life. Who is Taurus, please? Who is Taurus in the fairy tale of their life? Oh, major fallout. You're going to have a major fallout in your life. There's one card in my hand. It's Sword, make the change. So there may be a change that you need to make. It may take a lot of bravery, a lot of strength, but it may be ultimately for your good. Again, you know your situation best. Don't make any drastic action based on this reading. It's just a tarot card reading. So I believe tarot helps us to kind of look at our own situation a little bit more clearly. It's funny that as I said that again, I moved it out of the shadow into the light. So maybe you have to come out of the shadow into the light. I knew I was going to see this card. I knew I painted my nails black for a reason. I was surprised it didn't come out for Aries. Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Come out of the dark, Taurus. You're not an evil queen, okay? You're not the bad guy in a situation. So you need to make a change. Look, she's literally, maybe this is telling me that I need to cut my hair. It is getting a bit long. But she's literally cutting her hair off there. She's making... Again, you don't have to cut your hair off. It's symbolic. Making some sort of change, being a different person, seeing yourself in a different light, possibly representing yourself very differently on your social media. You know, maybe you've been a bit of a clown on social media. Maybe you want to kind of go through, delete anything that's embarrassing, and kind of refresh your social media with this new change, this different you, right? Almost to like, perhaps if you are trying to get a business off the ground, or you are trying to get a ball rolling in some kind of situation, applying for a job, perhaps you want to project a more professional image that reflects that very driven side of yourself. You know, you can play the fool, Taurus. You know, you do like to have a good time, you know, work hard, play hard, but you may just want to refresh something there possibly about your image. So mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me about Aries. Is Aries the fairest of them all? Aries, why am I saying Aries again in your reading? Somebody could be on the cusp. You could be dealing with an Aries. I don't know why I've got Aries stuck in my head. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Is Taurus the fairest of them all? There is a big life change you've been thinking of making for a while now. This is a sign that you need to trust your instincts and take the leap. Whether you're thinking about cutting your hair or finding a job better suited for you, do the thing and do it with confidence. What did I say? You've got this. You've got this, Taurus, not Aries. Why? Maybe there's an Aries kind of, an Aries friend, or an Aries who's kind of holding you back, or there's an Aries who's somehow being a bit of an evil queen to your Snow White, possibly here. That's obviously not calling out the Aries that I read for this morning. I'm sure everybody who comes to my readings is absolutely lovely and looking to improve themselves, right? That's what tarot does for us. But, you know, we all have difficult people in our lives from time to time. So, excuse me, my throat's closing up. So, yeah, definitely could be having difficulty communicating some kind of change. Okay, so as Taurus, little Snow White there, goes about their adventure, who are they going to meet? Who is Snow White? Who is Taurus going to meet? Who is Taurus going to meet? The black egg in reverse. The black egg is like a dead end. It's something that... Oh, I get it. It's like the black sheep. It's like the black sheep, right? The black sheep of the family, but they're not the black sheep, right? So you're meeting somebody who seems like a bad guy or a bad girl. They've got some kind of nefarious reputation, but I feel like they're very misunderstood. I'm getting misunderstood by Robbie Williams now. To be misunderstood by the beautiful and good in this city. So, yeah, it could be something there. I'm just really seeing the reflection there, like, the black egg I normally read as something that is dead, buried, over, can't go anywhere, there's no growth there, right? But this is like a misunderstanding about a situation. Again, you've got blurred lines, so it's like this could actually be a golden egg. It could be like an egg in black egg closing, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, it's like, I feel, Taurus, there's an opportunity here for you to discover something that other people may have overlooked. It's like the universe is protecting something for you. It's some kind of opportunity, I think. I asked about a person you're going to meet. So this is a person connected to some kind of opportunity, and you're seeing the potential in it where everybody else has overlooked it. Really, they're showing me like Easter eggs, and like they show me like a golden egg, but it's like wrapped up in like this kind of like black foil. Maybe you're going to get a black Easter egg, an Easter egg in black foil. It's quite a way away though, isn't it? There's something here. I feel, excuse me, there's like I feel like you're going to be very intuitive about this. Normally, Taurus, you're not a particularly intuitive sign for me. You tend to be really quite grounded and practical and about the things that are in front of you, right? The things that need doing. This is almost like, it's like you might have some kind of tingling, some kind of like, you know, maybe you keep looking at something, or maybe your thoughts keep going back to something, and it's like there's something nagging at you about something. It's something not explored. It's not coming through very well on camera, but it's really quite purple around here. Purple does talk to me about intuition. So yeah, you're going to want to explore whatever that is, or whoever it is that's connected to that. We'll find out more in a minute. Okay, tell me more about Taurus's journey. What is Taurus meant to discover? What's their journey? What's their story? Tell me about Taurus's story, please. Okay. The temples on the underneath. Interesting that you've got the temple, because the Hierophant card does talk about kind of church and religion and those kind of higher institutions. A temple of learning as well, it could be. You've got the Judge. Make the change. I feel like you've got to use your judgment in a situation to see some potential that others may have overlooked. I'm also really seeing like this black-white business, right? Good guy, bad guy, good cop, bad cop. Don't call me angel. This reflection, like a reflection, it's your true image, is reflecting yourself back at you, but it's the opposite of you, right? It's reflecting like a reverse image back to you. So it's like maybe it's exploring your shadow side. It's like exploring the alternate version of yourself, almost like alternate reality version of yourself. It's funny, when I was a child, I had a storybook, and it was kind of like princessy type stories or old-fashioned stories, not Disney, but like what came before Disney. And there was a story about these two girls that lived in a cabin in the woods, and one was called Snow White. It wasn't the Snow White story, it was different, but one was called Snow White and one was called Rose Red. So there's a kind of like opposites energy here. It's like this person's holding the hand out, but this person's holding the hand up to say stop. So which way do you go? Which way do you go? Okay, let's read what this says. Number 14, could be relevant to you somehow. And I was right next to it, and I went the wrong way. Maybe you went the wrong way in a situation. Maybe you made the wrong choice, right? You went left instead of going right, or vice versa. Okay. So this is your journey, remember. The judge, the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Ironically, I'm just noticing, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. So you're learning not to judge yourself too harshly in a situation, I think, or to really take a deep kind of like hard look at your own motivations. So something about self-reflection, self-judgment. If you're judging others, what are you judging about others so harshly? What does that say about yourself, your own fears and your own belief systems? And if you really judge yourself as harshly as you judge others, possibly you might not be doing this. You may actually find something deeper down in there that you are suppressing in yourself, which you judge harshly in others, with that Hierophant energy as well. Ironically, the judge it's kind of like judge not lest ye shall be judged, right? He without sin cast the first stone, that kind of thing. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. So it's talking about your inner judge. Doing some exploration of what you judge harshly in yourself, what you judge harshly in others, what you accept in others and what you accept in yourself. When you compare the way you judge yourself and others, do you judge with the same set of principles, or do you judge yourself? I feel like you judge yourself more harshly, Taurus, than you do other people, or vice versa, right? I think the key here is to be more accepting in general, more accepting of yourself, more accepting of others. I'm really getting black sheep kind of thing with that. Don't miss up on opportunity because you think somebody's no good, because they actually may be really good. They may be golden on the inside, right? When light, discernment, advocacy, rights action, and compassion. When dark, critical, punishing, unforgiving, and wall building. Go deeper, a Cyrus and the white feather of Matt. Hard to read in this light. Grande had an incredibly illuminated inner judge. He was a lawyer. He practiced silence one day a week in order to hone his discernment while on his revolutionary path. Yeah, so it's like looking inwards before you look outwards almost. The judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. So it's like if you want to be accepted by others, learn to accept others, and learn to accept yourself. Something like this. Right, let's find out some more information here. So tell me more about Taurus. Why are they showing us this kind of like a Snow White in the mirror energy? What's going on here? Why do we have sword make the change for Taurus, please? Tell me about Taurus. Tell me more about who Taurus is, please. You're working hard on some things. Interesting. Aries had this in the same placement, but it was a different card from a different deck, but it was still the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is working on something over and over again, doing something over and over again, and really kind of honing your skills and becoming an expert at it. It's like that spider spins its web every single day. They take it down every single day and put it back up again. And so the more you do this, the faster you get at it, the more established you becoming something. So there's something repeating for you. You're doing it over and over again and really kind of perfecting it. Make the change. Maybe you have to, they're showing me Minecraft where you have to like cut through, use your sword to get rid of cobwebs. I feel like there's some kind of blockage in your path, and it could be some kind of like, it's like something you need to cut through. So it's like your words, or you need to use your words or your actions to kind of clear out some cobwebs from a situation. Is there anything, with it being like cobwebs as well, and like with her cutting her off her old hair, is there anything in your life that is kind of like there's no use anymore to it? It's just there gathering dust. Can you have a bit of a clear out? Can you make some space to allow changes to come into your life? But you are working hard on something. You could be working hard on self-improvement. Tell me about the black egg. Whoa, really wanted to talk. Yeah, absolutely wanted to talk. It's the Father of Swords. The Father of Swords is a brilliant communicator. So whoever this person is, they can, the sword's up as well. This person's talking, this person's communicating. This person is like, he's stood there saying, I'm ready to talk, I'm ready to listen. There's no blurred lines with the Father of Swords. He's very direct. He chooses his words well. He knows exactly what to say and do in a situation. I'm saying he, it can be he, she, they. The difference is the Father of Swords, the King of Swords, is normally quite reserved with communication. They choose the words very wisely, and they only communicate what they need to communicate in a situation. They don't overly spill things. So this is talking about somebody, again, this is somebody you're going to meet on your journey who is very cautious with the words. They're very wise with the words. They may have very, very good advice for you, especially if you're doing something involving finances here. It's like you've spotted a gap in the market or something, like a golden opportunity that everybody else has overlooked. So this could be somebody who's like an advisor, some kind of person who can help you draw up contracts, somebody who is able to give very, very, with the owl, very, very wise advice, like wise counsel here. Okay, so why is the Judge here? Whoa, this deck is very chatty right now. The Judge is here because you've got the Empress, the Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this is your journey. The Empress is your energy, Taurus. It's Taurus or Libra. Doesn't have to be that sign, but it is indicating that this is you. Very beautiful Empress card. The Empress is somebody who they have a lot of potential. And they can go places. Basically, the Empress can make things happen. She can see the potential in a situation and make things grow. This Seven of Pentacles, this is planting seeds and watching them grow. Yeah, there's a lot of like opportunity and growth here. Now, I don't know if this is you or another person, but the Empress, yeah, absolutely is. She's all four queens of the tarot. So she's the Queen of Swords, representing somebody who's very good at communicating, very open, very direct, very honest, very clear, no blurred lines. It's somebody who is very nurturing, very maternal. She's kind of good with money, looks after herself physically, very attractive, very not necessarily like traditionally attractive, but she looks after herself. Somebody who's very confident, somebody who's very courageous, someone who's very creative, somebody who, I'm just thinking which one I've left out, somebody who's very loving and nurturing and emotionally expressive. She's kind of probably been through quite a lot in her life in order to get to this very high vibrational energy. So you can't actually see everything there. Let me squidge everything over. So the Empress, yeah, that is like goals. So if this is you, your journey is leading you into a very high vibrational energy. So all that work that you've been doing on yourself is absolutely paying off here. So it's like judging yourself and finding yourself worthy if this is you. If this is somebody else, it could be a mother, it could be a wife, it could be a love interest. If it's a love interest, it's somebody who you absolutely have up on a pedestal. It's like, this is your perfect person. Again, Empress, it can be he, she, they. Take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But this is somebody who's like dream date kind of energy. So yeah, take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. You kind of have to use your own judgment here, Taurus, to work out who that is. So maybe there's something here about trusting your own judgment in a situation, reading between those blurred lines and really kind of seeing the value in people, where other people may kind of judge people harshly or dismiss them. Now, as I say, there's a lot of expansion here. The Empress is normally shown as being pregnant, symbolizing the fact that she can make things grow, she can make things abundant. There's potential with her. But also it's with this Seven of Pentacles. I've just got a very funny feeling around my crown. It's like a weird feeling, like literally like somebody's putting a headband on me or a crown. So there's potential here, though, to have this expansion with this Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a little bit like planting seeds and watching them grow, or waiting for them to grow. Sort of kind of like not putting all your eggs in one basket, black egg, but kind of like exploring your options. This Four of Pentacles in the middle, though, is interesting because the Four of Pentacles symbolizes either a shield energy, shields going up, protecting what's behind that shield, right? Holding on to something. Or it can mean being very, very defensive and kind of like repelling people away. It could also mean holding on to money, being a bit stingy, being a bit of a Scrooge McDuck, which I'm sorry to say, Taurus, is in your energy. It is in your nature to be like that. Depending, of course, on your full chart, you may have other things going on in there that make you more generous, but Taurian energy on its own, without reading your full chart, can indicate kind of a bit of a stinginess. I'm sorry. So you could be holding on to somebody who you see as your Empress because you can see this going places. It's like, I've judged you worthy, I'm not letting this go. This is a huge opportunity. For others of you, this is yourself, possibly being a bit defensive because you've got some kind of plan or that you want to put into action there. Really feel with the Judge card, it's like your challenge is to learn how to judge things accurately, how to read through the blurred lines, how to not see in black and white, but to be able to see what's going on behind. Now, it's interesting, when I had the High Priestess card out the other day, she has a veil behind her talking about hidden things. The High Priestess is quite a secretive card. She doesn't always talk, but you can see the Hierophant, he hasn't actually got anything behind him there. You can see everything with this Hierophant, but these pillars as well are also unadorned. He's very much what you see is what you get. So if you're like that, if you're very much what you see is what you get, I look in the mirror and that's me. Not everybody's like that. A lot, sometimes you might be dealing with people who are a little bit more High Priestess, people who keep the cards quite close to the chest. So you are going to have to read between the lines and use your intuition, I think, dealing with people here. It's almost like, Maleficent, the film. Maleficent, obviously, in Sleeping Beauty is kind of the evil witch. She's the bad person. But the film Maleficent kind of explores her backstory a little bit. And it turns out that she's not just an evil witch. She's kind of got a whole history that's kind of caused her to be really quite defensive. So I don't know if there's a bit of a story in there for somebody, especially with having you deserve not sugar, not salt. So whether that's you or whether that's this person, it could be that this person's just very honest, brutally honest, and people don't like that. But it's like perhaps you're seeing it for what it is. You're seeing it as, I see honesty as a sign of respect. I read a lot of Shakespeare and a lot of early modern literature, and they always talk about flattering panderers. Especially when they're talking about kings and things, they have a lot of people around them who tell the king what they want to hear rather than being honest. And Taurus, if you are going places, if you've got a business to run, you may actually start to value, some days you do just want people to tell you what you want to hear because you need that confidence in the situation. But sometimes you need those very loyal advisors, the Kents. I'm talking about King Lear, now I'm getting Kent, who's a character in King Lear, who is like his very loyal advisor, trusted friend, and he's very honest and very direct and very clear cut. But Lear doesn't listen. He doesn't listen, much to his kind of like downfall. So I think you're learning to value the dark horse. You're learning to value this person who's probably very blunt. Oh, I watched a clip as well, a movie clip from a film that I've never seen. It was Road to Perdition, I think, something like that. It was what's his name now? The guy who was in Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio, the very famous actor. Road to Patrician, something like that. And I watched a scene where there was a character and people were kind of going, oh, he's not well, he's ill. but he was very, very blunt. And sometimes that bluntness is honesty, and there's value in honesty. So I think you're learning to value that in somebody else here. Okay. Whoa. Okay. You, Page of Cups, you could be apologizing to somebody here. You could have done some work on yourself, and you're coming out with a bit of an apology, perhaps for not seeing the value in this person. You could be forgiving yourself, forgiving yourself for judging yourself too harshly. The Page of Cups is also an emotional offer, so you could be making some sort of emotional offer here to somebody else. Especially, it's like I'm really seeing this. Sorry, my video cut out. Interestingly, I've got 21 minutes left. So yeah, it's like I feel like there's increasing value here. So it could be increasing value in some kind of project that you do, some kind of work that you do. That's Eight of Pentacles. But I also feel like there's increasing value in people. I think you're learning to judge people in a different way, where you see that life, we're not born perfect, right? We all have a journey to go on, and we're going to fall, and we're going to make mistakes on that journey. So you're almost learning to kind of accept other people for their faults, and also accept you for your faults. And everybody's kind of working on themselves here and becoming better people in a situation. So you are, I think, there's this emotional offer kind of thing coming forward, where you're learning about the value in other people and things. I think you're appreciating people more, including yourself. Okay, so the Father of Swords here, please. Okay. This Father of Swords, their words will hurt. Again, I said that they're very, very direct, brutally honest, and that is painful sometimes. That hurts. But it also comes with the Four of Wands, which talks about celebration and very firm foundations. So again, there's this interesting conflict here where you've got like this good and bad energy. It's like, oh, they're giving me another Shakespeare quote. There is nothing ever good or bad, but thinking makes it so. I think that's Shakespeare, right? I can't remember which play it's from now. There's nothing ever good or bad, but thinking makes it so. I think it's Hamlet. So stop trying to, it's almost like stop trying to say that person's a good person, that person's a bad person. That's too simple. Everybody has the capacity for good things and bad things, and they will do good actions and bad actions in their life. And I think there's something here where you're learning to understand that. And I think forgive someone, that this could be forgiveness. Forgive someone here for being too harsh, being too blunt, because I think you're thinking about it in a different way, maybe learning more about them. Definitely seeing some potential here in this person that you didn't see before. So it does lead to this. Four of Wands is like very rooted energy, very grounded energy. It talks about celebrating milestones, but there could be something a little bit bittersweet here with this person. It could be someone from your past, right? You're learning to forgive somebody from your past. It could be that it's not going anywhere, but celebrating, it could be awake, celebrating their life. Even though their words sometimes caused you heartbreak, because you, I think, are reading between the lines a little bit more somehow. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The Judge, the Empress, the Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. What is this path? What is this journey that Taurus is on, please? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, learning, coming up with a plan. The pages are the students of the tarot. The Hierophant card talks about higher learning. So it could be that you are becoming a student, you are researching something. This is kind of like drawing board energy for me. It's kind of like you've got some kind of idea or concept or plan. There's a lot of potential in it, but you need to like kind of do that groundwork now to figure out how you're going to do it. Maybe again, drawing up contracts, getting your documents in order, finding out what documents you need, how much money are you going to need to make this happen. It's kind of like this is like the figuring things out, coming up with the plan energy in regards to whatever this is, where there's a huge amount of expansion. Underlying card is the Devil. Yeah, don't let any fears hold you back here. You keep that intuition going, keep the enthusiasm going here. Don't let small hiccups kind of make you falter. If you come up with a solid plan, it's shown as having a huge amount of potential here. It's really going to take off, I feel, but you are going to have to persevere with it. Okay, so tell me, what else do you want to tell me about Taurus, please? What else do you have to tell me about Taurus? Secretive Taurus, what do you have here? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, yeah. Okay, so there's something going on here where somebody is being a little bit sneaky. When, I don't know if you saw very well, but this card hid. It flipped and hid. That tells me that you're being a bit secretive about it. And this card, the Seven of Swords, literally means being quite sneaky, being quite secretive, coming up with a bit of a plan, putting something in action, but kind of keeping your cards quite close to your chest. It's the Thief in the Night card. So yeah, I didn't say it, but I was picking up on ulterior motives there. It's like somebody coming in with an apology, but they've got the hand behind the back. So you're not quite revealing all your cards here. Taurus, you're keeping something to yourself. You're being a little bit sly with something, I have to say. But sometimes there's a reason for that, right? Sometimes you might be trying to spare someone's feelings. Sometimes you might be trying to avoid conflict. So the Seven of Swords is not always bad, but just be aware that you generate better karma for yourself if you are open and honest and do things with integrity. Obviously, if you're planning a surprise party for someone, then that's a valid reason. But if you're being a bit sly because you're serving your own self-interest and being quite mean to others, then that is bad. So whatever you're up to there, Taurus, just try and stay in that good energy, in that high vibrational energy, and generate good karma for yourself, because what you put out into the world comes back to you. So I really want to know more about what's going on here with this Three of Swords and Four of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles can indicate, again, mother, wife, business partner, long-term partner, boss, business partner. You can see there's two people here. No, I need a Knight of Cups. Who is this person? I don't feel like this Queen of Pentacles is you, Taurus, or it could be your energy. This could be somebody who broke your heart in the past. And they're coming back around with some kind of apology or new emotional offer. There's like a pathway there. You could be healing heartbreak with this person, trying to understand their perspective better. Again, if you don't want to go back to someone in the past, absolutely use your intuition there. But for some of you, I feel like this could be something to do with parents. But there is a new pathway opening up here. There's potential here, whatever this is for you. You thought it was dead and buried and gone. You judged someone very harshly, but I feel like there is an opportunity here to kind of work on that broken heart energy with emotion, which leads to celebration in some way. So complicated energy there. I can't dive into it too much, I don't have the time, but I'm sure you will have some kind of idea about what that is, and it is up to you whether you accept people back into your life or whether you forgive people. Again, it's almost like forgiveness with an ulterior motive, or an apology with an ulterior motive, or perhaps you're just suspecting. I feel like there could be somebody in your past who you've judged harshly as a bad guy, right, or a bad girl, but it really feels like you're kind of laying down the shields a little bit and opening up to the possibilities of healing yourself by learning more about the motivations of others. Okay, tell me more about the Judge then. Tell me more about how this story is going to end for Taurus. There's quite a lot there. The Lovers, okay, good. And the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so you're going to come out of, if you've got any kind of like bad dreams, tortured thoughts, fractured thoughts, not being able to sleep at night because you're so busy thinking about a situation, you're going to come out of that with this Four of Swords in reverse. That's like you took some time out to heal, you took some time out to think things through, and you're coming out of the other side of it. So you're you know, you are going to a better place here. You are going to into a better energy. There's a lot of potential in the future here. The Lovers card is really quite a beautiful card. It's funny as well. It's like Little Red Riding Hood. You've gone from being Snow White to Little Red Riding Hood. I think, does Little Red Riding Hood meet a wolf? I know Belle does as well. We've got wolves here. Snow White and the Seven Wolves. Maybe I'll call this reading. But the Lovers card, yeah, does what it says on the tin. It's a love interest. Could be healing some kind of love interest, some kind of relationship here. It's like looking someone right in the eye, right? They're different to you. They're very different to you, but you can look them right in the eye, and then you're the same. You're at eye level, right? You're seeing eye to eye. So understanding someone else, even though they're different to you in some kind of way. Gemini energy. Don't have to be dealing with a Gemini, but it is Gemini energy. Again, I'm getting wolf in sheep's clothing. And the story of Little Red Riding Hood, the wolf actually dresses up as a grandma. So you've got a lot of stuff here going on about people wearing masks, and people who present as being very good people and not always good people, and vice versa. People who are sometimes stigmatized, or, you know, people tell you a lot about bad stuff about them. Sometimes they're actually not as bad as people make out. So good cop, bad cop. Something going on here. Okay, I do hope that was helpful to you. Take anything that resonated, leave anything that didn't. Again, it's just literally like the mirror here. Tarot is just trying to hold up a mirror to you, to give you stuff to think about, to help you do that soul work, and kind of think about your situation a little bit and make some decisions there. But it's not telling you what you have to do. So do take anything that resonated there, and leave anything that didn't. Leave me a like if you like, subscribe, share with people if you think it's their story, all that kabaz. And good luck with your journey. Bye, Taurus.